It's pink out night here on a snowy Friday evening for an electric GMC matchup between the Mason Comets and the Hamilton Big Blue. This Mason Comets team, they are hungry for a win right now. Hamilton sitting at second in the GMC, 8-5 overall. Should be a great matchup. It's just an amazing atmosphere here with the pink out game supporting breast cancer. We'll kind of touch on that more throughout the broadcast. The whole arena is pink themed. The student section rocking their pink colors, and it should be a good one. My name is Adam Little, joined alongside my partner Andrew Little. And Andrew, what are you excited for in this one?
Like you said, just an electric atmosphere here, a GMC rematch, pink out night here. I had a snow day today. It's just a great environment.
It will be Ben Manker and Andrea Holden for the tip-off, and Holden takes it easily. Holden, he is a force in the paint for this Hamilton team, and he's going to be somebody to watch on this Big Blue offense as the Comets start things off in a zone defense, or man defense, excuse me. Driving inside is Barry, and his jumper is no good. Rebound pulled in by Kirkland. His Comets taking it up the court.
And Comets get the stop they need there. Luke Kirkland, who's been a key piece on the boards all season long, gets the bucket, gets the board, and now Manker inside to Greer.
Yeah, and Greer with a nice bucket inside. Comets get off to a 2-0 lead, and all season long, Comets have been getting out early, but it's been sustaining that lead, especially in those second and third quarters, holding on to it. And that's going to be the big test tonight, as the Big Blue are no good from beyond the arc. Johnson in transition now. Manker going to drive inside. Gets it out to DeBras. His first three of the game is good.
Yeah, and DeBras, one of the best shooters in the conference. Last year he was second team GMC, and this year has been an incredible shooter. 42.5% from three. Comets off to a quick start offensively.
And the Comets live and die by the three ball, especially for Matt DeBras. And you can tell on the box score, when Matt DeBras is having a good night from beyond the arc, the Comets tend to be favorable in those matchups, and when he's not, the Comets have been struggling, so key for tonight.
Yeah, and in their first matchup against the Big Blue earlier this year, DeBras had 17 points, 3 for 7 from 3, so a solid night, but it was a close game. Needs a big one tonight as well.
Tillery's jumper is no good, and an off-ball foul going to be called on the recently checked-in Austin Page.
Yep. And a sophomore battle there with Bryson Johnson, and Johnson, good position, picks up the foul. Hamilton coming out in zone defense now. We have 2-3 as DeBras has it. Finds Manker. Comets handing it off beyond the arc. Driving inside is DeBras. Out to Kirkland. Good ball movement now. Hamilton zone. Staying strong as they pick that one away. It'll be Tillery in transition, and he is fouled on the shot by the senior Greer. And Braden Greer played just 6 games now since returning from his injury. He's provided a big boost, especially on the three-point line, but a veteran, playing with this team for 3 years now, and great defender, but picks up a foul there, preventing the easy bucket. Tillery is going to be shooting right into a very loud Comet student section, their biggest one of the year, and he cashes in his first shot from the charity strike. Yep, easily the biggest crowd of the season for the Mason students, and that's typically the case for the pink out game. This game means a lot to the Mason community. And he goes 2 for 2 from the line. Tillery, 60% free throw shooter. Comets dishing it around the perimeter, trying to set up a pass inside as Manker has it out to DeBras. Pump fake, driving in, dishes it back out to Greer. The three, no good, but rebound pulled in by the scrappy Kirkland. And a defensive foul going to be called there on Andrea Holden. And Hamilton cannot afford for Holden to get into foul trouble early. He leads the team in points per game, has about 11 per game, 8.2 rebounds per game, which is second in the GMC. Yeah. He's also second in the GMC in blocks as Johnson
takes that one inside for an easy dish.
Yeah, and Holden had a 12-point, 12-rebound double-double last time these two teams play. If he gets in foul trouble, and he's fouled out of 2 games this year, they could be in trouble. And a great move from Holden right there. And then the games he's fouled out in, one of them being Beaver Creek, one of the team's few losses this year.
And we have not seen a Beeb in the game for the Comets today. As Johnson drives inside, but the shot doesn't fall.
Yeah, and that makes Luke Kirkland even more important. The forward only had 2 rebounds the first time these two teams played. He's already got, I think, 3. And if Beeb's not playing significant minutes tonight, Kirkland going to be counted on heavily.
And DeBras pokes that one away, but it hits off of the senior Tillery. So it'll be Comet possession, and Comets playing with a lot of energy.
Controlling the pace so far, forcing several turnovers.
Manker tries to get that one inside to Greer. They're going to say it was last touched by Tillery. Greer, only a few games back from his injury suffered in the playoffs during the football season, the broken collarbone. He's finally got that tape off of his, kind of shoulder collarbone area, so there's a lot more mobility with that. As Beeb checks into the game for the first time tonight, normally a starter for this Comet team, as Kirkland drains a 3.
Kirkland off to a great start tonight. Didn't have any points against Hamilton last time. Has a 3-pointer there. That's big for his confidence.
Reed driving inside for the Big Blue. Pass out to Tillery, and his 3 is good, so he's got 5 points tonight for the Big Blue as they cut it within 1 basket.
Tillery, a 50% shooter from 3-point land. One of the best in the league, the best on this team. Knocks an important one down there.
Feet forcing it inside to Abib, out to DeBras. His second 3 of the night, no good. That one,
Holden charges in for that rebound.
Tillery, the pump fake, his second 3, that time no good. Comets in transition now. It's a 1-on-2 with Greer. Finds Johnson, and the Comets will reset. So that one is a turnover. Johnson couldn't find his teammate DeBras.
Johnson facing pressure on defense and makes an error there.
Tazari Mamushi checks in for Hamilton.
Hamilton uses a pretty short rotation, 7 or 8 guys. And Mamuti, the freshman, is that 8th man.
Yeah, Hamilton only had 8 players play in their last win over LaSalle. Even more of a key is how the squad can't get into foul trouble. 3:20 to go in the first. Big Blue driving in, but swatted away by Abib. Rebound by Holden. Puts it up, no good. And Greer pulls in the rebound as DeBras will take it up the court. Comets looking very composed on offense so far. Waiting patiently, try to beat that zone and force a shot. Ringwald recently checked into the game as an offensive foul is called.
Ben Manker checks in for the Comets. Had 13 in the first matchup.
So it'll be Page to take it up the court. Tillery will take a rest on the bench. Long 2, no good from Mason King, and Ringwald pulls in the rebound. Kirkland driving inside, puts up the contested layup. No good, and rebound pulled in by Mason King.
And King, the first man off the bench,
in the forward unit. 6'4", and he's used his size so far tonight.
Davis passing around the perimeter. It's now Barry driving inside on Abib, misses the layup, and Kirkland pulls in the rebound. That's got to be his fourth or fifth of the first quarter already.
Yep, and with Holden off the court, the Comets taking advantage. He makes such an impact in the middle of the paint.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, Andrew, early on in the season, this game between the Big Blue and the Comets, Hamilton came out on top, but it was a very close game up until the very end. It's the Comets more than capable of taking this one home tonight as Greer in the corner, in and out. Rebound will be pulled in by King yet again. Hamilton trying to do some cherry picking, and Demetrius Berry puts in the two.
Yep, and Hamilton giving up a lot of three-point opportunities for the Comets. We've seen a couple fall, but when they're not, giving up a lot of transition points like we just saw.
Greer picks up his dribble, guarded tightly by Berry, and that one intercepted. Page in transition, and a foul called on Kirkland.
And that's where this Hamilton team excels. 111 steals this year. That's second in the GMC, only behind the Comets, who have 130. So expect to see a lot of movement back and forth tonight. And there.
Page knocks down his first attempt from the line, as Hamilton ties things up at 10.
Page shoots about 70% from the line.
Need Jacob Lupinski to check in for the Comets. Hamilton has not missed from the line tonight. They're 6 for 6. And they'll take their first lead of the game. As Bryson Johnson takes it up. Comets again trying to break this Hamilton zone defense. Coach Chewy will call his first timeout of the game, a 30-second timeout. And Andrew, this game's such a meaningful game for the Mason community. Pink Out Game supporting breast cancer, the Pink Ribbon Girls Foundation, and the school store, the Comets Zone, holding a fundraiser where all the proceeds will benefit towards breast cancer research. So you can see the student section filled with pink. You can see on our on-court camera.
The Comets got off to a hot start. We're up 10-4 early in this game. Haven't scored in the last few minutes, so Coach Chewy emphasizing moving the ball around here in this last minute.
41 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tightly contested game. Both teams playing a feisty zone defense. Manker looking inside now. And a jump ball will be called. Mason King got a hand on it. The arrow will point towards the Comets.
Mason King and Holt and Tillery right there getting in the passing lanes.
That one almost intercepted by Mamutse, and a deep three by Ringwald, and he catches in on his first shot of the night.
And that's just what the Comets needed. Ringwald, a 42% shooter from three, gets the spark they were looking for.
Tillery back in the game for the Big Blue. There'll be a turnover from Hamilton. Peyton Davis couldn't connect with Demetrius Berry. 1 second to go as Johnson puts up the half-court shot, and that one goes over the backboard. And this game living up to the hype, 13-11 here at the end of the first quarter. It's going to be a tightly contested GMC matchup. Make sure you stay tuned for the rest of the action here on Mason Sports Radio.
Welcome back to Mason Arena with second quarter action here on Pink Out Friday. It's a good day to be in Comet Country today, Andrew. It was a snow day, the first snow day of the year. Big shout out to Superintendent Dr. Jonathan Cooper for making that happen. And a Pink Out game, what else could you ask for?
Can't ask for any more. First snow day of the year.
Hamilton will start with possession in the second and swatted away. Abib making his presence known inside.
Yeah, that's his second block of the game already. Making a huge impact. He averages a block and a half a game. Not even a minute into the second quarter, he's got 2.
Hamilton tried to get with the alley-oop there. Comets sloppy in transition, and they'll turn it over. So it'll stay with Hamilton. Three-pointer by Tillery, no good. Holden keeps possession. It's Mason in man now. Coach Tui likes to switch between zone and man. Three-pointer by Reed. No good, but offensive rebound pulled in by King. Gets his own miss and puts it back up for 2.
And Holden made a big impact there, setting a screen for that three-point attempt, then picking up the rebounds and enabling King to get that third chance points.
And Hamilton now in a man defense as well. Greer has it at the top for the Comets, looking inside to DeBross and threading the needle. The Comets connect for 2.
Yep, and DeBross, the quick guard, goes into the paint there. Hamilton wasn't expecting it. Pass fired in, and he picks up the bucket.
Tillery trying to drive inside, out to King. He thought about a 3. Hamilton will reset things. Reed guarded by Johnson. He'll find Tillery. 5:55 to go in the first half. Deep 3 by Reed, and he cashes in. Hamilton will take the 1-point lead.
And Reed shoots the most three-pointers on this team. Shoots about 30%. Gets one to go there. Once again, regains the lead.
Abib out to DeBross, across the court to Greer. Mason trying to break open this Hamilton defense. They do. And Abib wide open inside as he lays it in.
And Greer keeps his eyes up, gets the assist there. It's Abib in perfect position.
Davis driving inside, puts up a contested floater, and a nice finish inside by the junior.
Davis, one of the most efficient shooters you'll see, shoots over 61% from the field. That's second best in the GMC. Just only takes high percentage shots, and right there, drives in. Wasn't an easy layup, but gets the roll.
And Hamilton calls their first time out of the game.
In second quarter, offensively things have been going well, but defensively they've given up several easy buckets inside. Got to clean that up, especially when you have the size advantage. And three-point shots starting to fall for the Big Blue. That's going to be important.
Yeah, and Hamilton, 6-2 record in the GMC, but a lot of their games have been very close. Only a 4-point differential overall. They allow 45 points a game, an average about a little over 50.
The Big Blue just done a great job closing out games.
Abib has it at the charity strike, finds Kirkland. Hamilton trying to pressure the Comets. Zabib finds Johnson. Out to Greer, setting up a DeBross 3. no good. He's 1 for 3 on the night, but offensive board pulled in by Kirkland.
And last time these two teams played, Andre Holden had a double-double. Luke Kirkland might be on his way to one.
That one almost stolen away, but nice recovery by Johnson. Kirkland has it. Mason passing around, trying to get something going. Coach Toohey going to call a timeout. Having a hard time breaking that Hamilton zone.
Yep, and Hamilton, a very active defense. They have the size advantage on the Comets, but also just really good about anticipating and cutting into the lanes. That's why they average so many steals. So Coach Toohey gonna let things cool out, and we're about halfway through the second quarter. Makes sense to take a break here. And a pretty close start to the last time these two teams played. In first quarter, then Hamilton was up 14-12. Then the Big Blue 15 points to 11 from the Comets, able to extend their lead. And so far, Hamilton outscoring the Comets in this quarter.
So Hamilton will break the huddle. A 1-point lead over the Comets. Still a lot of basketball to be played. It'll be Johnson, Greer, Kirkland, Abib, and DeBras on the court after the timeout. DeBras met immediately by Reed. And a hard pick going to be called on Greer. He's frustrated. He thought he had his feet set.
Greer came in with a lot of force there. Tried to get his feet set, but such a high impact play.
Deep three by Reed, no good, a little bit short. Mason in transition now. Johnson has it, so reset things for the Comets. Something they've relied on in a lot of their victories is winning that transition game, getting a lot of points in transition. Tonight, they're having to slow things down as DeBras, his shot blocked by Holden, and Hamilton will have it. The sophomore puts up the shot, and he'll be fouled by Greer. So I believe that's already his third foul of the game. And it is, so he's definitely going to have to check out.
And Greer was a little frustrated on that. Page has his size disadvantage against Greer and went in very aggressively, leaned in, and drew the foul. And he hits his third free throw of the game.
Hamilton still 100% from the free throw line. Multiple substitutions for the Comets. Manker will check in, Ringwald will check in, and Jacob Lupinski will check in.
And Big Blue shoots 64% from the line, so middle of the pack in the conference, but have been really efficient tonight.
3:17 to go in the second. Kirkland inside to Manker, out to Ringwald, wide open three, and he connects. Dylan Ringwald 2 for 2 tonight from beyond the arc.
And they've come at big times, both out after timeouts. First time gave the Comets the lead here, ties things back up.
Reed driving inside on Ringwald. Contested layup, no good, but the putback by Peyton Davis.
And Davis swarming in from the second level to get those second chance points.
And a travel going to be called there on Manker. So Hamilton starting to take some of that momentum here in the second period. Comets keeping it close, still a one-possession game.
And turnovers have been an issue for the Comets this year, 14 per game, and a tough one this last possession.
And how about the block by Ringwald? As Kirkland lost sight of his man, and the help defense from Ringwald, pivotal there. As he stops the basket. 2:12 to go Mason trying to force the ball inside. But this Hamilton defense in the second has been strong, as Tillery will be called for a foul. Page, excuse me, will be called for a foul there.
Page playing really, really tight defense there on DeBras. Gets grabby, takes a hard fall, but Hamilton just 3 fouls this game.
Josh Sweeney will check in for Mason. DeBras gets that one stripped away. They're going to call it over the back, saying it hit off his quad.
And DeBras going to contest this one, but won't matter. Tillery stifling defense, doesn't give up any room, and DeBras with the over and back violation. Hamilton has some momentum.
And makes up for it there as he takes that one away. Manker will come out on top with it as Sweeney driving inside and puts up the shot. Nice play there by the senior.
Yeah, and Sweeney just checked in right there, makes a great post move to tie the ball game up.
DeBras pokes from behind. So possession will stay with Hamilton.
DeBras tried to get away with it there, but DeBras and Kirkland playing great defense there.
That one poked away by Manker. But Holden will throw it off of the Comets. Possession will stay with Hamilton yet again.
Lost control, but Holden heads up play to knock it off of a Comet.
Manker, he's had a tall task ahead of him all day, but doing a nice job of keeping Holden out of this game offensively. Tillery driving in on Sweeney. Dishes it to Holden. Puts up the shot over Manker. And drains it for 2.
Yep, and you can't teach height, and right there Holden just had a couple inches advantage and was able to get it over the top of Ben Manker for the bucket.
Yeah, Ben Manker listed at 6'5", Holden listed at 6'6", but I think there's a little bit more than a 1-inch height differential there. As Manker puts up the 3, no good. That one last touched by Tillery. 37 seconds left in the half. See the Comet skippers lined up in the tunnel, performing at halftime. Always a fun performance. 37 seconds left in the half, and Dylan Ringwald, 3 for 3 tonight. So he drains that one in the corner, and Mason takes the 1-point lead.
And Ringwald, there's something about playing against this team. Had 2 3-point, was 2 for 2 from 3 against Hamilton last time, and now 3 for 3. He's on fire.
15 seconds to go. DeBras, tight defense on Davis. He'll switch to Tillery, and a charge called. DeBras puts his body on the line, and the Mason bench and student section are hyped.
Yeah, and now with just 11 seconds left in the half, we'll see if they can capitalize. Ringwald just hit a big 3-pointer. DeBras drawing the charge. Now Tui has a play drawn up.
This play going to be huge for momentum headed into half. Comets likely going to have 1 play left, or 1 shot.
And Abiba Beeb has checked in, so potentially looking for a basket inside the post.
.2 to go in the first half. Johnson will get it to DeBras. He'll take his time. 5 seconds now. And a foul called with .2 seconds left, so that'll send DeBras to the line. The Comets
barely gets it off before the buzzer.
Very lucky there. A little bit surprised they called that foul with the last shot.
Not sure if the Comets had a play drawn up there and Hamilton stopped it, or if the play was just ISO with DeBras, but he was able to draw the foul, had 2 guys on him, and nails the first free throw. 75% shooter.
And he goes 2 for 2 from the line. So the Comets will head into halftime with a 3-point lead over the number 2 team in the GMC, the Hamilton Big Blue. Stay tuned for the rest of the action. This huge GMC matchup between the Comets and the Big Blue here on Mason Sports Radio. Welcome back to Mason Arena for tonight's Pink Out game and very special cause. A game supporting the Pink Ribbon Good Foundation. Pink Ribbon Good is a nonprofit that exists to serve every person and family affected by breast and gynecological cancer, and they provide free healthy meals, rides to treatment, cleaning essentials, and just peer support for families suffering during this trying time. So if you'd like to feel generous and donate to this amazing cause, the Mason Comet Zone, all proceeds to the sale of the t-shirts. They donated $1,000 to the Pink Ribbon Good Foundation. So if you're feeling generous, we'd like to scan the QR code or go to their website for more information. That would be much appreciated. But back to the court, the Comets, their game plan working to success. They've been shutting down the electric Andrea Holden. Ben Manker having a great defensive game. They've held him to just 4 points.
Yep, and Holden, he was the big factor in Hamilton's win against the Comets the first time around, and Manker hasn't given up any opportunities.
Johnson will take the first shot of the half, and his three no good. Rebound pulled in by Holden. And Tillery going to try to take a three of his own there as Manker pulls in the rebound. Comets in transition now. Greer driving inside, but a travel going to be called.
Greer loses a step there. So Hamilton catches a break. And the Comets had 7 turnovers in the first half. Hamilton had just 4. Now, Comets still ahead on the scoreboard, but they missed out on some big opportunities.
Reed will dish it to Holden. Comets staying strong defensively. Barry has it guarded by Kirkland, driving inside. As Hamilton will reset. As it will be Barry working on Kirkland and drives in transition for 2.
Hamilton gets a delay of game warning after that basket, holding on.
It's driving inside now for the Comets is Kirkland. That one tipped away by Page, and they're going to say it's Hamilton possession.
But Austin Page moving around quickly, gets in the way of Braden Greer. Picks up the steal.
And the Comets will match Hamilton's defensive effort there. As an offensive foul going to be called on Marlon Reed.
Quiet first half for Reed. 1 for 4 from the field, and picks up a foul there. Now consecutive offensive fouls.
Yeah, and we've seen more offensive fouls called tonight than normal. We saw in the first half Braden Greer had that pick, that screen. Normally it wouldn't be called for a foul, but a little bit too aggressive, and we've seen 2 back-to-back now. But all in all, whistles have been staying in the officials' pockets tonight, and no one's entered the bonus. As Davis will dish it to Holden, working on Manker. And he'll be fouled on the shot. And that's only Manker's first foul of the game, so pretty impressive considering the test he's had inside. And Manker normally doesn't guard inside. He normally guards more of that forward position. And he can really guard anyone on the court. Sometimes you'll even see him guarding the point guard. So tonight, a little bit of an adjustment.
Yeah, Manker listed as a guard, but tonight he's played the 5 position, and he's limited Holden. He limited Holden to just 3 field goal attempts in the first half, and most of those came on second chance opportunities. So he's made Hamilton adjust their offensive game plan.
Second shot by Holden, no good, and Manker, he can do it all. He'll take it up the court now. DeBras driving inside, dishes it to Kirkland. Contested shot, no good. As a travel going to be called as Barry falls over on the rebound. And that was the right call there. Barry wanted a foul, but it looks like Barry just kind of lost control of his footing. So it'll stay with the Comets under the basket. Ringwald, a deep 3 from the line. His first miss of the night. Rebound pulled in by Abib. He finds Manker. Manker, the floater. A little bit too much on that one. And a foul going to be called on the rebound. I'm going to say Abib was holding Holden.
And the battle goes both ways. That's Manker's just his second attempt of the night from the field, and he's typically this team's leading scorer. But Manker's played a lot as a decoy tonight. He's done a good job opening up opportunities for his teammates. Right there, couldn't get the shot to fall.
Davis finds Barry. Comets in a man defense here to begin the second half. Page guarded by Ringwald. It's Hamilton moving the ball around. That one out to Barry, the 3. No good, but he pulls in his own rebound and tipped away by DeBras in transition now, and he will reset. The timeout going to be called by Coach Tui. Full timeout. So we're tied up at 27. And this game started to take a toll on both teams. You can see the exhaustion and fatigue setting in. These teams have been active all night long.
Yeah, and that play right there was a great example. Hamilton picked up a tough offensive rebound and then tried to slow things down, catch their breath, and Matt DeBras jumped in, got that steal, but then wasn't able to turn it around at the other end, had to reset, and so these two teams been playing at a fast pace, but very few points so far. Hamilton has 3 this quarter. Comets have nothing. It's been a defensive battle.
Yeah, DeBras adds to his GMC leading steal total, averages 3.5 steals per game. That's a steal and a half more than second place, which is Tristan Hendricks from Hamilton. And we've not seen Hendricks tonight. He's hurt.
Yeah. Hendricks was a big loss for Hamilton early in the season. He started in the first few games for them, played in that win against Mason, but injured in the Fairfield game and has not played since.
.4:19 to go in the third quarter. Manker inside. So work on Barry now. Finds a cutting Ringwald, and he's 0 for 2 to start the second half. He did not miss a shot in the first. Went 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, but starting to cool down a little bit.
Those are the looks you want. Manker has 4 assists. He's able to find Ringwald streaking in, but just can't get the shot to fall. It's been a tough offensive quarter for Mason.
And a foul going to be called before the shot. That one on Abib. Abib, his second foul of the half.
Been Abib trying to poke it away from Holden, but
his third personal foul. So Abib and Greer both have 3 fouls. We'll see how Coach Dewey will adjust to that. It's Tillery back in the game for the Big Blue. Holden guarded by Abib. He's working one-on-one, and Abib stays strong defensively. Hamilton picks up their own rebound. That ball flew in the air.
And a lot of credit to Reed flying in a crowded area, picking up the rebound. Kirkland contests the shot, but no good. Reed gets it to go, and now Hamilton's retaking the lead.
Yeah, Reed was just a step ahead of Kirkland, and that was enough to separate himself for the lay-in. As Kirkland had an open lane, but wasn't ready for the pass, as that'll be a turnover for the Comets.
Yeah, Ringwald overcooked that pass a little bit. Kirkland was driving in, had a small, narrow opening, but can't connect. And both Kirkland and Ringwald will check out, as well as Abib. Comets reshuffling, hoping that it'll get something going offensively. It's almost 6 minutes in, and they have no points to show for it.
Reed will dish it out to Page, and Page driving inside on Johnson, and a foul going to be called.
The 5'8" Page with an acrobatic shot attempt there, able to draw the foul. And he is perfect from the free throw line so far.
Continues that perfect streak as he hits his first. Hamilton looking to take a 2-score lead, and we haven't seen many 2-score leads tonight. It has been back and forth.
And we haven't seen a 2-score lead since the first quarter when the Comets led 10-4, and that continues.
Greer has it, driving inside. Hamilton wanted to charge, but they won't get it. DeBras feeling some pressure, gets it to Manker, and he will be fouled hard on the shot there. And a technical called. Not sure who that one was on. There was barking from both sides. Based on the reactions from Greer, I think it's going to be either on him or DeBras.
Yeah, and it looked like the officials initially pointed to DeBras, and the Comets were upset. Manker took a big hit. Holden stood over him a little bit.
Yeah, so that one will be called on DeBras. Or maybe.
So DeBras
still a lot of confusion.
Picks up a tech, but
they might have called that one on Austin Page. We saw the officials motion double one, signaling 11.
And we'll get some clarity after these shots, but I believe, but yes, the technical was on DeBras. Manker got to shoot his free throws from the foul before, and so that's why Hamilton didn't send any rebounders down, because they were getting the ball back no matter what. And so now they choose Reed to take the technical foul shots, and then Hamilton will have the ball following this. And this arena just got very loud. Reed, who shoots 60% from the free throw line, missed his first.
Yeah, Blackwell trying to get in Reed's head. He'll go 1 for 2 from the line, so still a 2-point Hamilton lead after that feisty turn of events there.
Tempers flaring.
And that one stolen by DeBras. Puts up the pump fake, dishes it to Greer, another pump fake, and swatted away.
DeBras taking that energy right there, getting the steal. And some more back and forth between Hamilton and Mason. The Big Blue were excited after that stop.
Yeah, and Manker wanted a technical foul there on Hamilton. I saw him mouth to the ref. That's exactly what Matt did. So Hamilton has a lot of energy right now. And foul going to be called on Hamilton, so temper's really starting to rise both sides now.
And you don't see a lot of off-ball fouls on inbounds plays.
And that was before anybody had moved.
Reed's third.
So he'll check out of the game. DeBras will have it. Hamilton in the bonus, and the Comets 2 away from the bonus. DeBras, the 3, no good, but board pulled in by Greer, and the heads-up play by the senior.
And Greer with the lay-in on the second chance. Exactly what the Comets needed. Sweeney giving up little room, and it's going the other way.
Yeah, Page loses control of the ball. It's been an exciting game here at Mason Arena. Fans are on the edge of their seats. 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Very low-scoring game, 31-31. It's been a defensive battle. Very physical game. Sweeney recently checked in for the Comets. DeBras inside, lays it in for 2, and Mason retakes the lead. Tillery finds Page now. Comets in a tight man defense. Barry inside to Holden. No Manker on the court, so we'll see how that affects Holden's play as Barry tips it in for 2.
But Barry using every inch of his frame there to knock that one in. Nothing the Comets could do about it.
Tie game at 33 as Johnson lets one fly. That one no good. 6 seconds to go here in the fourth. It's Hamilton looks to take the final shot, but a blocking foul going to be called there on Abib. So that's his 4th foul of the game.
And we're still in the third quarter.
And that'll send Holden to the line for 2 shots. So Hamilton will have an opportunity to take the lead heading into the fourth. And this first one sinks. And Abib likely going to head to the bench for a while. Holden goes 1 for 2 as Greer puts up a shot. It's no good. So an exciting and very physical game here on a snowy Friday night here in Comet Country. Hamilton has a 1-point lead over Mason, but if fourth quarter shakes out anything like the rest of the game has, we are in for a good one. Make sure you stay tuned for the final 8 minutes here on Mason Sports Radio. Final 8 minutes of action here at Mason Arena. The Hamilton Big Blue up 34-33 on the Mason Comets. What an exciting game it's been so far, Andrew.
Yeah, in a really tight third quarter. We only saw 13 points come off the board. Hamilton was able to retake the lead. And saw a technical foul. It's what you expect in a rematch, a tight, physical game.
Barry's shot is no good, and DeBras will pull in the rebound in a sloppy play in transition as he'll turn the ball over. Barry puts the shot up over DeBras, and it's good. So Hamilton now has a 3-point lead.
DeBras contesting that shot, but can't do much over the tall forward Barry.
DeBras cutting inside. Dylan Ringwald in the game. He was 3 for 3 in the first half, but hasn't made a shot since. As Manker's 3 is no good, and a foul going to be called on Kirkland on the rebound.
Kirkland pushes off. It'll be an over and back foul on the rebounds. And trying to get some second chance points for your team, but can't be in the right position. It's Hamilton trying to extend their lead to a 2-possession game.
Tillery has it at the logo for Hamilton. It's Hamilton passing it beyond the arc. Davis driving inside on Kirkland. He'll dish it out to Tillery. Tillery trying to work on DeBras. Staying strong defensively, 6.5 to go. And Barry looking for an opening and hits the jumper. So the first two-score lead since the first quarter.
Yep, Hamilton's biggest lead of the night. And the Comets have not hit a three-pointer this half. That just changed.
Yeah, a little bit of announcer's jinx there as DeBras cashes in. He hit his first shot of the night, but hadn't made one since. And inches it back to 2. Holden puts up a off-balance shot, and rebound pulled in by Ringwald. And they're going to call a foul on Davis. First foul of the quarter. A little surprised to see Abib checking back in this early. 5:47 to go. He's only got one more foul left to give.
Abib got into foul trouble very early, has 4 now, so
yeah,
Comets are trying to make a statement here.
Manker looks gassed, so he needed a break. And they're going to want to save him for the final minutes. Is that one stolen? Wide open in transition for Barry, and he slams it in.
So all that momentum the Comets had from the three-pointer gone in the second. So Barry slams it down.
Pretty risky move to throw down a dunk this close, in this close of a game. And another offensive foul called on the screen, and that was on Abib. So he's fouled out.
And Manker's going to have to check back in now. You know, with Holden on the floor, you need either Manker or Abib in.
Yeah, I can't really blame Abib there. Just went to set the screen, and I've been calling those all game long, so staying consistent. .5:08 to go. Hamilton with the 4-point lead. Page driving inside. Good defense by Kirkland, but he pulls in his own rebound. So they'll reset at the top of the key. Page dishes it out to Barry. Been very impressed with Barry so far tonight as Tillery driving inside. Can't finish as Manker pulls in the rebound. 5:34 to go and hands it right back off to Hamilton. And a foul called there on Manker.
Yep, and gets right in Holden's face, but have to do anything to prevent the easy bucket.
Yeah, and Manker only had one foul, so never want to say a foul's good, but a good foul there on Manker. Can't give him a wide open opportunity. A very hard foul.
And Holden, 63% shooter from the free throw line. Knocks that one down.
And he goes 1 for 2 from the line. Lane violation called on Hamilton, so Comets will inbound it. And Mason already has 3 fouls here in the fourth quarter, so Hamilton 2 away from a bonus. Greer almost loses control of that one. Comets have it offensively. Inside to Manker. Dishes it out to Johnson. Inside to Kirkland. Pump fake. And he's fouled on the shot.
Holden, even though he picks up the foul, making his presence known there in the paint. And, second in the GMC in blocks, averages 2 a game. Hasn't had any today, but contests that shot. He's got 2 fouls now. Kirkland can't get the first free throw to go. That's a tough miss. And it's actually his first missed free throw of the season.
Goes 0 for 2 there. 4 minutes to play. As Holden gets it to Tillery, and Tillery setting things up at the logo. DeBras meets him, and Tillery driving inside. And a tripping foul called there as he was, timeout called by Hamilton, so probably would have been better off keeping that one in their pocket.
And the whistle right there caused some mayhem on the court. But luckily all the players walk off, seem to be okay. And now under 4 minutes to go, Comets trailing by 5. They need something, and they need a spark fast. And in the first half, it was the three-point shot. Ringwald 3 for 3. DeBras had a 3. Kirkland had a 3. But just slowed down here in the second. DeBras has a three-pointer in this fourth quarter. That's been it. The Comets, they kind of live and die by the 3 ball and have not been able to get their shots off as of late. I think a lot of that has to credit to some of the coaching changes from Hamilton's Kevin Higgins. Hamilton came out in the zone defense. They were giving up three-point shots. The Comets took advantage, and they've switched to a man defense, and it's been a lot more difficult for Mason.
Yeah, and Hamilton, one of the best defenses in the GMC, only allow 45 points per game. They're right around their average now, maybe even a little bit better. Comets have 36. Mason, they average 57 points per game, so not used to the scoreboard being so low.
Yep, and the first time these two teams played, it was 63-56, so a lot higher scoring that time.
That one tipped away by Manker, and Mason in transition now. It'll be Kirkland. That one tipped, and Hamilton will pull in the rebound.
Tillery got there, swatted it away, but Ringwald gets the steal. He's forced 3 turnovers tonight.
Manker with a Euro step and a charge called.
Page took one for the team right there, getting in the way. And Manker just couldn't stop his momentum. Now he has 3 fouls, has to be a little bit more careful. They cannot afford to lose Manker.
So stolen away by the Comets yet again. And a foul going to be called there on Barrios.
He pushed Greer out of bounds. Some madness in these last few seconds. See turnovers in 3 or 4 straight possessions.
Yeah, and just took a look at the replay on the broadcast from that last Ben Manker charge. That was a good call. Hamilton defenders' feet were set. The Comets, big offensive possession here as DeBras will turn it over.
DeBras just let go of the ball, not looking.
Tillery with the pump fake. Hamilton, nice ball movement here as Mason's back in the zone. Under 3 minutes to go. Hamilton in no rush to take a shot.
Hamilton starting to play hot potato. .40 seconds have gone off the clock in this possession.
That one up to Holden inside, and a foul going to be called on Manker. Ooh, I don't know about that one, Andrew.
Yeah, very light contact from Manker, and it stops the possession.
They actually called that one on Greer.
So the Comets are going to be happy with that one. Yeah, and they were both about the same distance away from Holden. Probably could have gone either way. But now Greer in foul trouble.
And not related to the game, but to all of our Ohio State Buckeye fans out here, I just got a notification on my phone. #1 player in the transfer portal, Caleb Downs, just committed to Ohio State, so big pickup for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, Adam was nudging me, very excited about Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
Wore #2 for Alabama and #2 at the line right now, Andre Holden, so I'll get us back into the game for you.
Back to the court. Hamilton taking advantage of that foul there.
Biggest lead of the game
biggest
for
lead of
either
the game
team so far.
7 points. A deep three by Ringwald, and he cashes in. Dylan Ringwald, what a game the juniors had tonight.
And that's what they've missed in this second half. Ringwald was so good in the first half, 3 for 3, but he's played great defense all night. He gets another three-pointer to fall.
And now Hamilton loses control, and Greer going to be fouled again by Demetrius Berry.
And that worked out fantastic for the Comets. Not only did they force a turnover, but now Hamilton's in the bonus. Berry picked up his second foul. Hamilton, that's their 5th of the quarter.
Yeah, so both teams in the bonus now, and that's going to be crucial down the stretch.
And Greer, 80% shooter from the line. He's somebody you want to see if you're a Comet fan.
Ooh.
Announcer's jinx.
Yeah, tough miss there. So Greer going to try to still make it a one-score game, make it a 3-point deficit. Sweeney checks in the game, and Manker going to take a break. He is gassed. What a game he is, or what a task he's had defensively.
Sweeney's played some meaningful minutes tonight. That free throw's good.
Comets full court press here as Page trying to work on Ringwald.
And a very small lineup in for Mason.
Mason still in their zone, and Kirkland going to be called for a push.
And that'll send Holden to the line. Manker got to catch his breath, get some water, and now he's heading back into the game.
No good on the first free throw. Huge free throw here for Holden. Difference between a 1 and 2 possession game, and it's in and out. So huge for the Comets. 1:30 to go. It's Bryson Johnson. Big height disadvantage here as Holden's guarding him.
Yeah, unconventional strategy, but it's working, making it difficult to see those passing lanes.
Johnson driving inside now, out to Manker. Kirkland, DeBross, pump fake. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Chu. A smart decision there. Got to get the perfect play drawn up. Crucial possession.
Yeah, and in a one-possession game, you don't want the clock to be a deterrent for you, but just about a minute left to go. The Comets needed to have. And so to draw something up, and 3-point game, you don't need all 3 in one shot here. Hamilton's missed their last few free throw attempts. Comets have had forced a couple turnovers as of late, so you trust your defense. Really just need a bucket here. And so far tonight, the go-to man has been DeBross. Hamilton looking to close out, and kind of a similar thing to what we saw in the first game. Going into the fourth quarter, Hamilton was up by 5, and they were able to close out, pull out a 7-point win. And just a couple minutes ago, it was a 7-point game for Hamilton. So Mason looking to close the gap here in the final minute.
And again, no Abib fouled out with about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
That's a big boost to the Comets rebounding.
Under a minute to go now. Comets starting to face some pressure. A deep 3 by Manker, and he sinks it! Ben Manker ties things up at 43. And that is a clutch shot.
He just sent this arena into a frenzy, but job is not done. 40 seconds left, and it's just a tie game.
And Hamilton calls a timeout, and look at the Mason bench. They are hyped as they rush onto the floor. The black hole is jumping around, and what an atmosphere it is here at Mason Arena. My goodness, Andrew.
And with 3 minutes to go, the Comets were down 7. They've cut down that lead, tied things up, and all of the momentum going the Comets' way, but Hamilton does have possession, both teams, and a bonus. Going to be a tight finish, that is for sure. Comets fans are excited. Packed house for the pink out game. And what a show we've gotten to see.
So 37.8 seconds. Hamilton drawing up a play during the timeout. Comets got to stay strong defensively here.
And keep an eye on number 2 Holden and number 11 Page. They've been the engines of the offense today.
Yeah, no Barry on the court, so Hamilton's got their shooting lineup in. 34 seconds now. Mason in man. As it's Tillery inside, out to Reed, and the basket is good. Peyton Davis connects. So Hamilton takes back the 2-point lead. 16 seconds to go, and Coach Chewy will call a timeout. Comets going to draw up a play.
And Davis, that's just what he does best. He's one of the most efficient shooters in the conference. He was 2 for 3 in the first half, and he's been quiet in the second half, but still making an impact, and has a clutch shot there. Was facing defensive pressure, was able to get the ball out. And so now everything on Mason and Adam. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Chewy's drawing up a 3-point play here.
Yeah, and we saw a big one from DeBras. We saw a big from Manker, excuse me. Obviously, DeBras is always capable of hitting the big shot, and we saw a big one from Ringwald earlier. So they've really got 3 options that can take it, and can't even leave out Johnson or Kirkland. So obviously, Comets' guard-heavy offense is in.
5 capable shooters on the floor.
14 seconds to go. This one inside to Kirkland. 9 seconds now. Manker puts up the shot, and a foul going to be called, and the clock's running. So I believe there's going to be about 7 to 8 seconds left on the clock. And you've got to think Bryson Johnson's heart is pounding right now. The sophomore in a big spot.
Yeah, and Adam, I'm thinking back to the Mason versus Princeton girls game over winter break when freshman Addie Gilman had hit a free throw to send the game to overtime. She was able to get one. And Bryson Johnson, also his first year, starting on varsity just like Gilman, needs to hit 2 free throws here to tie the ball game up.
Yeah, and this clock dilemma only icing Johnson more.
Yeah, it's like icing a kicker in the NFL.
So arguably the 2 most important shots of Bryson Johnson's young career so far. 7.5 seconds on the clock. And his first one's good. A roar of cheers from the Mason faithful. 1-point game. Johnson looking to tie things up at 45.
And he hits it! So still 7.5 seconds to go. And Hamilton will call their 4th timeout of the game. So Hamilton, 1 timeout remaining. Coach Toohey, he's out of timeouts.
Yeah, and so back-to-back possessions now. The Comets have got the job done, but 7.5 seconds, that's plenty of time to draw up a high percentage shot for Hamilton. And we just saw Peyton Davis was the man last time when they needed a go-ahead bucket. Could Hamilton go to him again?
And that's what's so dangerous about this Hamilton offense. You never know who's going to take the shot. Last game against LaSalle, they had a 8-point win. All 5 starters scored at least 8 points. So all scorers more than capable. Very balanced offensive attack.
Yep, and Mason has to be incredibly careful. Hamilton in the bonus. Any foul will send Hamilton to the line, and trigger a potential game-winning scenario. We just saw Bryson Johnson have to hit some free throws to tie the game. If Hamilton heads to the line, they just need 1. It's a tense environment here in Mason Arena.
Comets will break the huddle. 7.5 seconds remain.
And Sweeney replaces Bryson Johnson, so a little bit more size and defensive prowess on the floor.
And 2 players back for Mason. 3 pressing. And Page, they want a double dribble. They're not going to get it. 4 seconds. Tillery puts up an acrobatic shot. No good. 1 second. Manker almost hits the half-court shot.
So ladies and gentlemen, insane if Manker got that one to go, but now an equally exciting overtime coming up.
Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, we're heading to halftime. And a tense environment here. This game could not be more exciting. We're going to head to a quick break. Game tied up 45-45. We'll be back with you for overtime action. Overtime action here at Mason Arena. 4 minutes on the clock. As Hamilton will win the tip, all tied up at 45. And Andrea Holden fouled on his first shot. So looking to make it a 3-point play as he finishes inside.
Yep, and Holden, Hamilton's best player, looking to close things out. And a great start, drawing the and 1 with Abiba Beeb out. The Comets don't have anybody to match his size.
And he hits it. So 3-point Hamilton lead. So Braden Greer in foul trouble. He has 4. Ben Manker has 2, and the rest of the Comet squad sitting pretty well in foul territory. Manker puts up a pump fake, and that one's stolen away. Tillery in transition now. Out to Holden. Hamilton taking their time. Mason in a man defense. We've seen them stick with that down the stretch.
Johnson tries to draw the charge. Doesn't get the whistle.
Hamilton chewing up about 35 seconds of clock here on this possession. Inside to Holden. And a defensive foul going to be called. And Kirkland just didn't get there in time. So Holden will head to the line for the second time in overtime.
First free throw, no good.
So both teams still in the bonus. Fouls don't reset. Holden missed his first one, but he hits the second. So a 2-score lead for Hamilton. 3:09 to go. Holden almost intercepted Manker there. Greer thought about a three. His Comets trying to drive inside. Out to Johnson. Kirkland. And Greer driving in. No foul called. And that one last touch by Tillery, so it'll stay with the Comets.
Yep, and no questionable no call on Greer's shot there, but Kirkland able to get there in time, knock it off a Hamilton defender.
2:45 to go. Clock winding down.
Some confusion on the Comets offense.
Three-pointer by Manker. That one's short. Kirkland can't get a hold of the rebound as Hamilton in transition now. Dishes it to Tillery, but he misses the layup. Halfway through overtime now, as Johnson will find Greer. Looking inside to Manker. He's got to step on Holden. Out to DeBras. That one blocked. Comets want goaltending, but they're not going to get it.
Yeah, and that was a late block from Holden, but play it as it lies. 4-point game. And now a foul called. Tui shocked on DeBras.
Yeah, a little surprised we saw that whistle blown there. But this is going to be a huge opportunity for Tillery. If he can make this a 3-score lead for Hamilton, give them a lot of room to wiggle. That first shot in and out. .151 to go in OT. And he hits the second. So Hamilton up by 5, under 2 minutes to go. Greer gets it to Johnson. Mason has been unable to get it inside all game long. Johnson has an open three. No good. That one tipped. And they're going to say it was last touched by Manker.
Manker tried to push the ball off Holden, but couldn't. And yeah, Hamilton's defense has been just phenomenal during this overtime period. They've given up 0 room.
That one going to be stolen by Kirkland. Heads up play. As it looks like we're going to see a jump ball called. The arrow points towards the Comets.
And could have seen several jump balls called there, but referees finally blow the whistle. Mason will keep possession. That's a big break.
We've seen a pattern for the Comets. Johnson checking out for defense. Sweeney taking the spot. And then Johnson now back in the game with the Comets on offense. 1:25 to go in overtime. Got to get at least 2 baskets. Nearing a minute now. Kirkland to Greer, the three, and a foul called!
Yep, and Barry contesting that shot, throws it off the mark.
So that's Barry's 3rd foul.
Greer needs all 3 here.
Clock will stop with 1:13 to go. And he hits the first. And he hits the second.
Sweeney and Ringwald check in. Ringwald been the 3-pointer the three-point marksman tonight.
Greer misses the third. Holden pulls in the rebound. 1:08. Wide open lane for Davis. Oh! And a very late. And they're going to call travel. So Greer, lucky he did not get called with a late foul there.
Yeah.
That was just a momentum play, so it definitely wasn't
accidental
intentional.
contact there. If it had happened before the travel, certainly would have been a foul.
And Davis going to be frustrated with himself after that one. He had a wide open lane. Now under a minute to go in OT. Comets trail by 3. Inside to DeBross, and he loses control of the ball. Had an opportunity inside.
Tillery got a piece of the ball, and last touched by DeBross. So all the momentum you just got back to Hamilton.
So Page has it. He'll find Davis. Hamilton breaks the press. And Reed's shot no good. 42 seconds to go.
Textbook defense from Sweeney on that possession.
Greer has it with 30 seconds to go. And Coach Chewy has got one timeout in overtime. He'll elect to use it. And Hamilton, they have 2 timeouts because they had one that carried over from regulation. Smart decision there to use it.
Yep, and using the timeout here, it's certainly a risk. Now let's say the Comets score here. Hamilton gets a free throw, heads to the line. It'd be a one-possession game again, and the Comets would have less time, but trying to draw up the closing moments of this game right here, right now. And Ringwald's been in the game the past minute. That signals Comets ready to shoot the ball.
Yep.
Hamilton just got off to a hot start in this overtime period. Holden started with an and one, and then a turnover led to another Hamilton bucket, and they've just been playing ahead ever since.
All Comet fans on the edge of their seats. This will be a huge morale booster for this Comets team. Ever since their domination down in Florida, they've been struggling here in Ohio. This will be a huge win to take down the number 2 team in the GMC. 26 seconds left in overtime. Maker, the 3, swatted away by Holden. And Holden loses control of it.
Holden had so much momentum after that block, ran into the bleachers. And look, you're not going to take possession after that one, after losing it, but Holden has to see that as a win. Send a huge message.
16 seconds now. Johnson will find Ringwald. Ringwald driving inside. Out to DeBross. Takes the corner 3. No good. Rebound pulled in by Hamilton. And Ringwald will foul with 4 seconds to go.
A lot of time just ran off the clock. That's the shot the Comets needed. Just can't get it to fall.
And DeBross was just a little bit off balance there. But what a game it's been. Barry taking the free throws. No good on the first. Now Coach Dewey doesn't have any more timeouts left. So if Barry misses this one, Comets gonna have to pull in the rebound quickly and try to take it up the court. Luke Kirkland will check in the game as Mason needs a rebound, and he's been the guy all night long for that.
3 guys back for the Big Blue, just in case.
It's no good. Rebound pulled in by Manker. Johnson has it. He tries to put up a shot, and he's fouled! So Johnson will head to the line yet again. But this time, he's got to hit 3 free throws. And my goodness. Whew.
Bryson Johnson, right place, right time, and we're going to see the first period of overtime in just the way regulation did, with Bryson Johnson having to go perfect from the line. He went 2 for 2 the first time, but
yeah, and the box will clear, and that just adds even more pressure for Johnson. And his first one hits. Johnson needs 2 more to send this one to overtime. And 1 more to go. Comets relying on the sophomore. And
Hamilton
some more icing action by Coach Higgins.
Yeah,
and he's going to call a full timeout.
yeah, Johnson basically with a field goal here, having to get 3 points for the Comets.
And we've got Comet fans on their feet all over the arena, the black hole. Going crazy. What a tense environment it is. And whew, this has been the most exciting game that these boys have played all season long. And they're sweating it out.
And not much really needs to be said. I mean, the drama is all in the situation. Comes down to one shot. Probably the slowest minute of Bryson Johnson's life here during this timeout.
So it comes down to this. Bryson Johnson's 3rd free throw. And it's no good. So that will do it here. What a game. And got to give a round of applause to both these teams for what an unbelievable, matchup this has been. And Bryson Johnson, man, had some clutch shots. The fact that he sent this game to overtime was just outstanding as a sophomore. And Comets going to be frustrated with the final score, but can't give them enough credit for the way they played against one of the top teams in this tough GMC conference.
Yeah, and a little bit of an anticlimactic way to end this game, but so much back and forth all game long. And Hamilton, it was that hot start in overtime that ends up doing it.
So big shout out to our crew for tonight. Daniel Panetti directing, Ria Shrivastava working a camera, and Isaac Fargo on the court with getting some camera action shots of the black hole. I've been Adam Little, joined alongside my partner Andrew Little. What a game it was here at Mason Arena, and the Comets fall on pink out 50-49 to the Hamilton